When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown in the new Uganda. People power, our power. Thank you very much. You can all go and have your seats. We shall have a prayer from Comrade Keno very quickly.
I want us all to humble ourselves for a word of prayer. God loving Father, today we the children of this nation, Uganda, we are gathered here together in the name of this country. We are gathered here today, oh God, to talk about the plight of your people in Uganda at large, Karamoja at large, northern Uganda surely, Uganda, Ankole, Teso, and other regions. We are gathered today, oh Father, to seek your guidance on the best ways you can handle the situation here at home, here in Uganda. Give us the mandate, give us the willingness, give us the strength today to decide on the best ways to help this country grow. And from this meeting, oh God, we pray that you guide us and return us back to our jurisdictions after this meeting. Akul Papa, nakuar nage kipata ba nage. Anya unakichiagana. Anguna kontunga, angula daunu dia akwar anakopa nage. Karamoja munar, kaoko bini mshara. Akiyana kontunga, bila muna un. Akoto keshi lele de paga, akoyo dia miton fudula la. Akicheke, etubo paga, nyamatan malia. Enakara chekidel Karamoja. Kidela ngatunga, kana kayugwa ananitia. Kidela ngatunga, kotore gitu pulo ya kapana Uganda nagia. Alakara gui, alakara noi, we need to pray. My name's Keno Isaiah Lodo Apalodo. I hail from the district of Kochido. That's part of the Karamoja district. Thank you.
Please give him a big hand. That is the definition of the National Unity Platform, and we have always said, Madam Deputy Vice President, the Secretary General, my boss who is donning a bow tie this morning, definitely in tandem with what is happening at Parliament, the death of Jacob Olanya, Honorable John Senyonyi, leaders from Northern Region. I can see Comrade Mungu here, Ernest from Karamoja, Caesar, and all our brothers and sisters. You're most welcome. To the country out there, amidst us to that National Unity Platform, we are humbled and blessed to be having our different coordinators and members from the different parts of Northern Region, and that is in particular we have a delegation from Acholi. Please stand up for recognition. The delegation from Acholi. People power, our power. Kunga choli kunga, kunga choli kunga, kunga choli kunga. Thank you very much. We have a delegation from West Nile. Please stand up for recognition. Those from West Nile, Arua and our before. People power, our power. Kunga West Nile kunga. Kunga West Nile kunga. Oritia. Oritia. Oriyo. People power, our power. Please, you can sit down. We have those from Lango sub-region. Please stand up for recognition. People power, our power. Kunga lira kunga. Kunga lira kunga. Kunga Lango kunga. Kunga kole kunga. People power, our power. We have our comrades, as you have seen, from the great resourced Karamoja region. Please stand up for recognition. Kunga Karamoja kunga. Kunga Karamoja kunga. Thank you very much. People power. If there is any place I enjoyed, please sit down. If there is any place I enjoyed most during the campaign trail, it was in Karamoja, where they indeed told me, indeed I was told by a woman, that in case things went berserk, everybody there had the potential and the knowledge of how to use a gun. For me, that was very interesting. And I at one time thought that all Ugandans must have liberty to know how to use a gun, because we are under gun violence. I think we should think about that louder. Let me take this opportunity to invite Honorable Joel Senyonyi, who will speak briefly because he has to leave for other duties where he has to represent the party.
Thank you. People power. Our power. NUP everywhere. It's good to see the good people from across different parts of northern Uganda, from Acholi, from Lango, from Karamoja sub-region. Let's welcome them. Those of us who are not from there, let's welcome everybody. Thank you for coming. And thank you for the hard work that you're doing in those different parts of the country. It's tough doing politics here at the center, where there is attention of the media and so on. It's even tougher in many places where you will be picked up, you will be brutalized, and nobody gets to know. So we salute you people because you go through various hardships. But you have remained solid, and you're saying, we know what we want a better country, and nothing will deter us from that. So, thank you. As the National Unity Platform, we continue to condole with the family of the deceased Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Jacob Lokori Olanya. We condole with the family, the friends, Parliament of Uganda, and indeed the nation of Uganda. It's a very unfortunate happening. We pray that the deceased soul rests in eternal peace. He belonged to the NRM. We belong to the National Unity Platform. But we are Ugandans first. Before we are anything else, we are human beings first. And that's why we condole with the family, and that's why as NUP we are also taking part in the different activities to send off the late speaker. That's what we are. That's why we are the National Unity Platform. And we should always remember that. You know, colleagues from Acholi, from Lango, from Karamoja, when you meet these folks from the NRM, try and draw them. You know, show them that you're different. Show them that you are better than they think you are. Show them that you are leaders. Let's try and draw them close. Because very soon, and mark this word, very soon, we're going to be in charge of this country. Yes. Very soon. And we must begin to show these people that we are a different breed of leaders. While for them, they will treat us the way they treat us, you know, many of our people have been killed. Many of our people are in jail. Many have been tortured and they have torture marks. We must show that when you're a leader, you must be different. And we must begin to show that now. So it's a very important thing to do. I will quickly say, though, that I think it's important that as a nation, now that we have come together and we are all in mourning the deceased speaker, I think that it would be a good thing to honor the late Speaker Jacob Lokori Olanya by doing certain things. By fixing healthcare, for example. It would be one way to honor this man. Because when you go to different parts of the country, right here, from here in Kampala, when you go to Acholi, when you go to Lango, when you go to West Nile, when you go to Karamoja, when you go to the east, Usoga, Bale, when you go to the west, Ankole, Chigezi, everywhere, healthcare is in a shambolic state. Many places, the structures are tenement structures. Where there's a structure of sorts, there's no medicine. Or there's not enough health workers to attend to people. Mothers are giving birth on the floor. And so, if we are serious about honoring this man, let's honor him by paying attention to healthcare. I'm sure it would make Jacob Olanya, wherever he is, a happy man. In 2018, he fought for his people who were struggling with the nodding syndrome. Remember that time, government had set aside, must have been around 73 million shillings to cater for nodding syndrome in 9 districts. That's a paltry figure. And he said, no, we must do better than this. And he put his foot down, advocated for his people, and government increased that budget to about 1.3 billion shillings. So, perhaps if we choose to say, let's pay attention to healthcare, he will feel honored wherever he is. Let's do that as a country. It's an important thing to do. It's also unfortunate that whenever there is a disaster, there are people who want to reap, who want to benefit from a disaster. Very unfortunate. You have been seeing the issue of the budget for the burial of the late speaker. They began by putting it at 2.5 billion shillings. And I want to thank Ugandans, wherever you are, from different parts of the country and the diaspora. You made a lot of noise and said, no, this is not right. And your voices were heard. Because that budget was slashed from 2.5 billion to 1.8 billion. And people still made a lot of noise. And we understand it was slashed further to 1.2 billion shillings. I believe that we can give a decent send-off with even much less. So never underestimate the power of your voices, Ugandans. That when you speak, that when you use social media or whatever other platforms you have, your voices get to be heard. What for me this communicates is that somebody had inflated the budget to send off Speaker Olanya. Because all of a sudden, you're saying 1.2 billion can do what you thought 2.5 billion shillings was intended to do. And we are saying even much less can be able to do that. So what happened along the way? Somebody had probably inflated these costs. That's very unfortunate. You don't try and steal or try to benefit from a sad situation. And we see this a lot in our country. Whenever there's disaster, there are some disaster-prone districts, Bududa, when there are landslides, Kasese, whenever River Nyamwamba bursts its banks, and there's a flood and people are displaced, and many other parts of the country, whenever there are disasters, many government officials see that as an opportunity to make money. And so they'll inflate the budgets. They'll buy substandard things, substandard food, substandard blankets, and other basic things to take to these people. And yet, a budget was allocated to make sure good quality things are bought. Why are we this way as a country? So I hope that as a country, we shall always demand and say, no, the right thing must be done. And also demand for accountability of these things, because this is taxpayers' money. And to talk briefly about what's happening in Karamoja sub-region. And it's good we have representatives from Karamoja sub-region. The people of Karamoja feel they have been abandoned. The people of Karamoja have been ignored. Like it was years ago. The people of northern Uganda were abandoned when Joseph Kony and others were brutalizing them. They were abandoned for a very long time. Many died. And not enough attention was paid to that situation. And that's why, as a country, we lost many people. Why are we waiting for the same to happen in Karamoja? almost every day. There are bodies on the streets, in the gardens, and so on. And there are many allegations, the locals will tell you, some will tell you it is rustlers. Other locals are saying many times UPDF officers go on rampage and they want to kill everybody because they are thinking, so all of you are guilty, and so they go on a killing spree. That's what the locals are telling us. And a lot more. And the rustling that is happening, again, the locals tell us, some of those who are benefiting from this are senior government officials, senior UPDF officials. Can we go on ground and investigate these allegations? What's not an allegation, though, is that people are dying. And their bodies, you see them on social media, in the media, and so on. People of Karamoja are being killed nearly on a daily basis. Are we waiting for them all to be wiped out for us as a country to take action? We have yet to see concrete action taken by security in this country. If Bobi Wine says, I am now going to some place for some activity, they will deploy an entire barracks. Why don't we do the same for Karamoja sub-region? These are Ugandans, and they deserve to be treated as such. They deserve to be protected. We need to make sure we do this as a country. Otherwise, we shall live to regret at some point when many have been wiped out, and then we say, maybe we should have done something earlier. So as NUP, we stand with the people of Karamoja, and we are saying action must be taken. We want to see government security officials getting to Karamoja and ensuring that there is security in that place. It's one of the few areas that have ministers. There are two ministers for Karamoja, a senior one and a minister of state, and all these different people that are meant to watch over the place, but we don't feel that something is being done to protect the people of Karamoja. And I want to thank the people of Karamoja for not being quiet, for standing up and saying we are Ugandans, we must be protected too. We saw the protests in Abim yesterday and various other districts within Karamoja sub-region. Please keep speaking up. You see, this government only pays attention to people who speak up. People who take action and say, okay, we have told you come and protect us, you do not want, and then you peacefully protest. It is your right. No one should deny you of that. That's when they will pay attention. Because you see, the preposterous thing is, I saw heavy deployment to try and quell a protest by peaceful people, mothers, old people, and so on, who are saying, please provide us with security. Police and the military deployed heavily to quell that peaceful protest. But they have refused to deploy to make sure these people are protected. Do we really care about the people of this country? For the sake of our Uganda media houses, I will very briefly say what I've said in Uganda. Nga National Unity Platform, tukungubagira wamu ne family y'omugenzi Speaker Jacob Lokori Olanya, ab'enganda ze, Parliament ya Uganda, ekitundu ky'abadde akiikirira, waawo n'eggwanga lyonna. Tubasaasira ku lw'okufiirwako omukulembeze ono. Badde ba bibiina bya njawulo, tuli ba NUP, abadde wa NRM era nga gyakolera, naye munayo kufa kuyina engeri ekugatta abantu. Y'omu n'ategeera nti munaye ffenna tuli bantu era akaseera konna ffenna tuddayo eri omutonzi. So twekube mu mitima tulabe obulamu bwaffe tubutambuliza tutya, kuba akaseera kajja tuuka ffenna tudde eri omutonzi. So nga tukyali wano tukole ekisoboka kyonna okuweereza omutonzi n'okuweereza eggwanga lyaffe mu buli ngeri yonna. Ffenna abamu tulowooza nti bwe tuba twagala okuweesa omugenzi ekitiibwa, waliwo bye tusobola okukola ng'eggwanga. Tuteeke essira ku nsonga y'ebyobulamu, ku nsonga y'amalwaliro. Nkakasa nti Oweekitiibwa Jacob Olanya singa alina chance n'atunula ebigenda mu maaso yalibadde musanyufu bw'alabanga tukikoze bululwe kumuweesa ekitiibwa tugamba nti ebyobulamu bino tubiseeko essira kye yali agadde kubanga naye kennyini emyaka egyayita 2018 yagezaako okulwanirira abantu be abaali balina ekirwadde ekya nodding syndrome nga gavumenti etaddewo ka budget akatono ennyo n'akuba emmeeza n'agamba nti nedda abantu baffe bali mu kufa ewala ebintu ebiranga mubiteekamu ssente empitirivu wano mutaddewo ka sente muzongere tutaase abantu baffe era gavumenti neewuliriza ensonga eyo neeyongeramu ssente okugezaako okutaasa embeera eyo so nkakasa nti Jacob Oulanyah n'ekiyali agadde singa tugamba nti omusajja ono tumuweesa ekitiibwa ensonga y'ebyobulamu tukiseeko essira kubanga buli kitundu ky'eggwanga ky'ogendamu wano mu Central bw'ogenda mu Mambuka bw'ogenda ebusoga Mbalewa bw'ogenda Nkole Kigezi wa yonna amalwaliro gali mu mbeera mbi eri bizimbe awali ebizimbe temuli ddagala oba temuli basawo bamala osanga abakyala bazaalira awo ku ttaka so nze ngamba nti nga twagala omuweesa ekitiibwa kubanga buli omu avuddeyo ogezaako okuweesa omukulu ono ekitiibwa nga tumuwerekera tukole ekyo kijja kuyamba eggwanga lyaffe era naye tujja kuba tumuweesezza ekitiibwa kyanaku nti waliwo abantu munnange bo abasalawo okuganyulwa mu mbeera embi mu mbeera ey'obuzibu mwalaba bafulumya bajeti ey'okuziika omukulu ono ne bagamba obuwumbi 2 miliyoni 5 yakuziika era njagala kwebaza bannayuganda kubanga mwayimusa amaloboozi gammwe yonna gye mwali ku social media wa yonna bannayuganda abali wano bannayuganda abali ebunaayira ne mugamba nti nedda kino kikyamu bajeti ne batandika ogisala basooka gisala ne bagireeta akawumbi kamu mu miliyoni 8 katuulira bazeemu ogisala akawumbi kamu ne miliyoni 2 ate ffe abamu tugamba nti tusobolera ddala ogisalira ddala omukulu ono era ntumusiibula mu ngeri y'ekitiibwa so bannayuganda temwenyoomanga amaloboozi gammwe ago mugayimusenga buli bwe mulaba embeera etali nnungi kakati awo nze ekifaananyi ekyanzijidde wakati bw'oba ogamba nti akawumbi akamu ne miliyoni 2 zisobola okukola kiri kye twali tusuubira obuwumbi 2 ne miliyoni 5 okukola ekitegeeza kati waliwo eyayongezaamuko mu kabajeti asobole okuganyulwa mu mbeera eno embi era tuzze tubiraba ebuduude eyo bwewabeerayo obuzibu oba ekaseese amataba nga gatwala abantu abakulu abamu mu gavumenti ako bakalabanga kakisa kakufuna kasente ne bagenda ne bagula ebintu ebiri substandard mu bulangiti emmere nga mbi naki ate nga sente zaabaweeddwa za kugula ebyo ebintu ebitegerekeka naye n'asalawo nti akano kankukozesenga kacyansi nange nfune wendiira banaye twatuuka tutya wano nga bannayuganda so bannayuganda sigale nga tuyimusa amaloboozi gaffe buli ngeri yonna okusaba embalirira accountability ey'ebintu bino kubanga zino sente zamu wa musolo ensonga ya Karamoja bane ekigenda mu maaso e Karamoja kitiisa era kyeraliikiriza simanyi lwaki Karamoja yo tetugitaddeeko sira abantu bafa buli kanaku emirambo giri mu makubo mu nnimiro eyo nawa abakaramoja bo babuuza bo si bannayuganda si bantu abalina okukuumibwa kubanga emyaka egyayita mujjukira mu Mambuka nga konyi yakyetalaatala eyo abantu bangi abaafa era nga gavumenti eringa etabaliiko bangi ne battibwa bajjukira luvannyuma kati kyetulinze Karamoja nti abantu bangi basooke battibwe gavumenti eryoke egendeyo etandika okukwasaganya embeera eyo abakaramoja bannayuganda bawa omusolo bali mu kuttibwa kaakano naye tetunalaba kikolebwa okulaba nti embeera eno eterezebwa ate kiri ku ground kubanga abantu batugamba nti abamu abakola kino be bano ababbi b'ente ate nga mu babbi b'ente era abali ku ground batugamba nti mulimu abakulu abamu mu gavumenti tugende tunoonyereze ku bintu bino kuba abantu bali mu kuttibwa ate abaali bagamba nti abamu abata ba UPDF balumba ekyalo ne bagamba wano waliwo abantu abakola effujjo be bali mukuta abantu ne bakuba amasasi abantu bangi ne bafa. Tugende ku ground tunoonyereze ensonga zino naye n'okusingira ddala abakaramoja bano tubawe obukuumi kyekirina okukolebwa kyekyobuvunaanyizibwa. Region eyo erina baminisita babiri, minisita ali senior ne state minister wa Karamoja. Bakoze eki ku nsonga eno bannaye tetunnabawulira. Security naki abakaramoja bannayuganda era tukole ekisoboka kyonna okubasaako essira okubataasa mu mbeera gye balimu. Twagala ate tulinde nga bangi bamaze okuttibwa then tugende tutandika okuyiiya. Thank you for listening to me. Like I requested, I will beg to run to Parliament. We are seeing off the speaker, late speaker. As the National Unity Platform, like we are saying, we have to participate in this because we are the National Unity Platform. We must be able to show leadership. We must be able to show that even when we belong to different political parties, even when some people belong to political parties that oppress us, first we must show them that we are different, that we are leaders. We must show them how we are going to run this country. Because like I said, soon and very soon, we are going to be running this country. Thank you very much. May God bless you.
Thank you very much for that very elaborate presentation, and we are definitely with you at Parliament with the send-off of the former Speaker of Parliament, Jacob Olanya. I am now going to invite our next speaker, who will be Ian Ernest from the Karamoja region. It is very unfortunate with the occurrences in Karamoja. You saw the commander of the land forces saying that he was going to take hell there. And then later on we saw different homesteads being burnt to ashes. Now you wonder how those who have come to take cattle again take on the act of burning homesteads. I don't think that is one of the characteristics of cattle pastoralists, cattle rustlers. But anyway, in Uganda, everything is possible. That is why KLM is termed by a person in the office of Chief Justice as a presidential jet. Now, this is an individual in his house. He has the Uganda flag. In his office, he has the Uganda flag. Even as he's traveling with his convoy, there is the Uganda flag. But with his wisdom of evidence, KLM looked like the Uganda flag. Let me invite Caesar to say something.
Thank you very much, Deputy Spokesperson. Thank you very much, the Deputy Spokesperson. People power, our power. I'm going to say Karamoja Toya, and you respond Toya. Karamoja Toya. Karamoja Toya. Ekedil Toya. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the Secretary General, Madam President, Deputy Spokesperson, comrades from all sub-region, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Ian Ernest, the Sub-Regional Coordinator for National Unity Platform, as well as the NUP candidate who is as well the District Chairperson for BIM. We have a NUP representative in office who was elected by members of Karamoja. This is just to show you that in the last elections, Karamojong elected the president, Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu. But I want to tell you that because we are kept in darkness, you did not see the evil that was perpetrated on our people there. You did not see the massive rigging of elections that happened that side, because they have deliberately kept us behind the cameras. I want to let you know that Karamoja is NUP, even if they want to discredit that. That is a fact they will not run away from. Those who are on ground, their intelligence tell them that they are not safe. Just like the president said, even the Karamojongs believe that very soon we are going to be in power. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with sadness that I speak about the issues that are happening in Karamoja. This second wave of insecurity started in 2017, but it is very laughable that the government is only getting to know that they should make statements in 2022. Imagine if it were your sub-region that was going through this, how would you feel? We speak with sadness. We are treated in this country like bastards. I want to tell you that, comrades, as I'm here today, yesterday when there was a protest in my district, as the security responded so quick to quell the protesters, there was a raid at 1. But they did not respond as quick as they did when they were silencing the protesters. That is the country that we are in. Comrades, I want to let you know that in Uganda that Karamoja seems to be falling under on a daily basis. Our women are raped. Your ladies, your brothers who have sisters and have mothers, how does it feel to go through that situation? You have brothers and sisters. On a daily basis, we lose numbers of people in Karamoja. This is a country that prides in its military. They brag to be the best in the country. Why is the situation in Karamoja difficult for them to manage if they claim they have that status? On a daily basis, friends, our people are burned in their hearts. That is the situation that the media does not cover on a daily basis. We are in the rainy season in Karamoja, but our people cannot even go to their farms because the wrong elements have made people stay in their houses. Karamoja, comrades, that is Karamoja for you. That is the Karamoja that you see these gentlemen with their sad faces representing before you today. The Karamoja that you are listening to are the people who no one wants to talk about. They are only interested in us when they want votes. But beyond that, no one wants to know anything about Karamoja. Yet we are still just talking about insecurity. No one is focusing about the hunger that is in Karamoja. No one is talking about how our people are being deprived of their land. No one is talking about that. We are asking serious questions. Are they slow to curb the issues of insecurity in Karamoja just because they feel that other people should take our land, because our people are already beginning to move away from the lands that they're occupying far from the towns? Is that what they are trying to bring out? It is so sad. It is so sad that one has to come to address this after many years when the government claims they are in charge of a country. It saddens my heart even to speak about this, ladies and gentlemen. It is even very sad that the people who are supposed to protect our animals are the ones people have reported on very many occasions that they are the ones encouraging these raids. How can it be that we have forces in the army that have been reported very many times by the locals that they were selling their animals after recovering them? How can that be? Are we in a state or we are in something else? Are we children and children of a lesser God in Karamoja? Is it not fitting to describe us as bastards, for that matter? Is it not? So, ladies and gentlemen, that is Karamoja for you. I want to send my sincere appreciation to the President of the National Unity Platform, Robert Chagulanyi, for bringing this to light. Ever since the President posted this on his page, Facebook page, we are starting to get some attention. We give that to him. I want to thank every other person who is tweeting or doing anything about Karamoja. I want to thank you very much. Stand with us. Stand with us during this time that our girls are being raped. Stand with us. Stand with us when this region of Karamoja is bleeding. Stand with us, ladies and gentlemen, because we are the National Unity Platform. You care about all parts of the country. Stand with us. Stand with us when our people are going through a nightmare, when our houses are burned on a daily basis. Stand with us. One day we shall rejoice that knowing that the National Unity Platform participated in highlighting the plight of people in Karamoja. Stand with us. We shall wear that victory crown in Karamoja, we believe. And the National Unity Platform is the gateway to that. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. To our people in Karamoja, let us not lose hope. For now, we feel like we are on our own. They have denied us the best in education. They have denied that is a fact, because we have the worst education facilities in the country. They have denied us health care, and we know they have denied us that. We have the worst roads, and I think they have done it deliberately to keep us behind. We know that they have done that. But I want to pray that let only peace come in Karamoja. The rest of the things we shall battle like we have always done it on our own. We shall do that. Let us fight for peace in Karamoja in a united way. Members of the Unity Platform, strengthen the hearts of your brothers and sisters in Karamoja. Business cannot take place in Karamoja because of the situation I just described to you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to us. Let us keep doing everything we have been doing for Karamoja. Karamoja is bleeding. Karamoja is bleeding. Abim is bleeding. Karenga is bleeding. Moroto is bleeding. Nakapiripirit is bleeding. Amodat is bleeding. Nabilatuk is bleeding. Napak is bleeding. All districts of Karamoja are bleeding. Let us focus our attention on Karamoja. Secretary General, any one point, when you go to TV, kindly highlight our plight. Deputy spokesperson, I always see you there many times, highlight our plight. Madam President, I always see you, highlight our plight. We are deeply grieved. We are crying, we are shedding tears. Karamoja is bleeding. People power, our power, our power, people power. Let us have a brief version in Karamoja. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I am by name Simon Peter Achia, coordinator Karamoja. Alakar no way, Nutungana Daluya. Arain Karoro Achia Simon Peter, Obwinti Alakaramoja. A young Karono no way. No Yaga than Queen Karamajo. Ikite Pukan, Ikite one young mobo. What are you? Mama nikite hawa pukan kwanga tuwaru kwa papa Uganda. Ikite hawa pukan ne kwanga tuwaru ara mere ngetunga Uganda. Yukwani anga murungu. Kichaka hawa pukan ebuni pukan akinyang na tomian. Tari ngetunga. Tome na atu. Nyocho yara ya doa. Ayi ya kiarankar mojo na adam. Harai na ite. Ayi ile mwana wa kumujine yare. Angena kolongi te kitwake tengetunga. Angena kolongi etoke tenge tunga ngaberu kan kilio kan dwe etoke angena kolongi na speaker budeko bege da yoge demu zongo ngitunga lo bala bugana musebe ben ngitunga mianga unika kan gomo baranke mere arabu ne liwo edo le tenge tunga lipio nga uni lo aranke kan je kotere angena kolongi etoke tenge tunga angena kolongi kan tu nuko no miana ria bugano be Ebuana kini apukan be buana kalau barga. Nya banyak guna kana tu na nya won tera apukan kana tu nya won tera mi tera kan mo jang tu. Nya ara guna mon kaya ni mo to belu yang tani ngelenga kena o gyala kana tu. Nya ti apukan bori ni ko ni. Ar mo mo itu ni kan mo jang tamane. Nya bo guna tu be ma tamam to bo be na ba na ga apukan. Be ko na kan mo jang ar ka jogo ba ya apukan le mi ngato mian. Go se to bu ngatu. To ni ngor boken. To yara ya do. Kamu jangan boleh niung borul lah, kamu jangan jara sharing a message. You bangga ni Allah. Ejak Allah bukan amusa beri pakak ambiat kidiama. Anak tu orang be nama, itu be nama. Ejak amusa bukan amusa beri. Hari pengen tu ambiat kidiama. Aku yang tunggu aku ni. Ni tunggu Uganda. Kamu lagi di Karamojong. Ayah orang tamu tanda Karamojong. Atau Yutung Karamojong. Ibu terkepulauan aku pa Uganda. Kiti ake wana ko pa Alukidi. Yang orang Karamojong, mama yang berada di ya, mama yang berada di bukan. Iya nanti kau nak apa kapal ni honorable senyonyi. Be iya nanti Karamojong ada teragu mengatomen. Iya nanti, Karamojong lo kaya bukan nak atomen be olah area doa. Yang ada berapa atomen? Iya betul kalau kita lorong ini ya. Tol ki engara kiri Karamojong. Ki dongon Karamojong eyerete. Anke de chana lukolo de kayereta. Ani ara ya bala bukan be abukini tin Karamojong auto mangichan. To me borahun na bukan Karamojong. Tani ara me me borahun de be ko do yara minister yara Karamojong minister. Mamete. Ara minister lu buyete bon auto mangicha kayib. Mame pone danyo na ko no yara Karamojong. Eke je tija bu yara Kampala. Kamotulo to bongo. Nya borengini. Nya pa nyono to no to wala be wangi minister te kay mo na tani to chanu yara Karamojong. Tanya ngagio ngoro Karamojong. Yedwe ala katanga do lu ara tamgokyo. Ala katanga do ara tampuliru. Edongi lu ang Karamojong ara ko ngokyo. Ani ara mame papa lo gutare dawa. Mame apukana akhir changin to do mangi chang. Ata mi ala karo no moy.
Thank you very much, my team members, for it. Just one request to the family and fraternity of National Unity Platform. The government delays or is delaying to respond to the crisis in Karamoja. We ask you, ladies and gentlemen, even if you can give 1,000, we have our means of fighting for peace within ourselves. We want to sensitize our community. Please participate in this vote. Let my brother JB Mwangi help us pass this information so that members of goodwill can help us from Karamoja. Thank you very much. We look forward to your contribution.
Baswa kwasiribwaza n'abajjako emmundu zaabwe kati bali bafufugaza bali babonyabonya kwabamanyi emmundu bazibajjako bali bakamala bajjako emmundu kubanga emmundu bazibajjako mukazi wakazi babyampaka.
Yeah, please give them a hand clap. Give the people a big hand clap. And thank you very much for standing for the truth, with the truth, and on the side of the truth. Because you have elaborately given the picture of what is in Karamoja. The social, economic, and political instability there. I think it's the only region that is facing that. And you know that that region, it once had the First Lady as the minister. Now it is having the former Speaker of the People's Parliament as the minister. And I doubt whether she has any knowledge about Karamoja. And it is manifested in the way she is handling. She has never made any statement. The only statement she made was that she would use force to get the cows and to disarm the people of Karamoja, and now they have failed even with the disarmament itself. And for me, I think and believe that if they can't stop it, then they are the perpetrators. Because when we entered Karamoja, it was one of the most sought after area by security. But being that Karamoja is endowed with resources, with diamond, with gold, definitely that anarchy must always prevail. Keep them backward from the news. Do not allow them to get the exposure that many have, such that they stand with formidability for the truth. But we want to thank you very much, our comrades from Karamoja. We are with you, Ernest. We are going to have more discussions on how we can help as the National Unity Platform, inclusive of inviting the President and the Secretary General to visit the locus and understand the depth. It is only that the President, as you are aware, is again engaged in diaspora activity. And that is where I'll make a small statement. Our President is not with us because he has duty calling in Geneva, where he's going to attend, he's attending a conference, a very serious conference, a summit on issues of democracy and human rights, but most importantly, he is going to tackle the topic of toppling a dictator. And I heard a legislator one time ascertain that such trips are empty trips. But I forgave him because I know he is of less knowledge in terms of foreign policy. There is no person who takes power without a foreign policy. Not in America, not in London, not in Uganda, not in Kenya. So our foreign policy is basically to cut the ties of the dictator, stop where he fits from, and then the ousting will be done by the locals. That is our game plan. And I forgive all the naive people, even at the level of members of parliament, who still need to be schooled. And in that particular, I'm talking about Honorable Asad. I want to thank you very much and take this opportunity to invite Caesar from our comrades who are from Northern Acholi region to come and say something. Caesar. There is still a lady I had thinking that she owns Northern region. She claimed that we would not step in Northern region. I wanted to remind her, since she's a bit young, there is a similar one, a similar young one, who did the same in Koboko and claimed to have closed the gates of Koboko. But the last time I saw, she was also picking the keys of her ambulance from Koboko. So, Madam Lillian Abba, your closeness to certain people should not give you immunity. I reserve my word. Thank you very much.
People power. Our power. Our power. People power. People power. Our power. Our power. People power.
Thank you very much, our deputy spokesperson and all the people who spoke before me. I would like to recognize the presence of our Vice President, Northern Region, Dr. Alina Zedriga. Our Secretary General Day.
People power.
Our power. My name is Caesar Lubakene. I'm from Gulu. I'm the former contestant for Gulu East constituency. And I bring you greetings from Gulu City, Northern Uganda. With me, you can see my colleagues are here. We are from the Northern region. We have people from Lao, West Nile, and Acholi sub-region. We are all here. What has brought us here today is very simple but very important. We have come actually to join in the mourning of our brother Olanya, who you are aware right now his body lies in state in the Parliament of Uganda. We have come to be part of this process. After here, like I've heard the former speaker say, that there's a certain young lady called Abe Lillian who said that Noop should not go for the burial. I would like to tell her that she's not the spokesperson of Acholi. These are the leaders of Acholi. We are coming to condone and to condole with the family of the speaker. It is very unfortunate that we have lost him. There are very many leaders right now who are misusing his death, as it has been said here. They want to use this for their political capital. It is very sad that this is the Uganda we live in. You come with the platform that you have, you're a member of parliament, you're a leader, and you stand up and say, Noop should not come for burial. Like you are part of the family of the deceased. Like it is Noop that killed Olanya. Is it Noop that killed Olanya? No. So, friends, whoever thinks that is a leader of Acholi, I would like to tell you that the leaders of Acholi are here today, and we are going to condole with the speaker's family. We send our condolences, and we are very traumatized by this death because of the circumstances, as all Ugandans know, in which our speaker passed on. Right from his sickness, the mysteries shrouding his sickness and his death is a very traumatizing time. Most of you know we are from Northern Uganda, where we have had war for the last 25 years, and we are in recovery. Right now on the ground, there's so much distrust in the government. There's so much anger at the government. There's so much confusion because of the way in which leaders in the region have been dying. The speaker is not the first to pass on. You are well aware that less than 10 months ago, we buried Lokech under very mysterious circumstances in which he died. So there's confusion. And there are some leaders who want to use this death to target the National Unity Platform, that is the most important force right now in the politics of Uganda. So we want to tell them that as leaders of Acholi, this will not work. As Acholis, we understand our culture. We have to understand our culture and know who we are and what kind of people we are as Acholis. Are we the kind willing to accept other people's mistakes without pointing fingers? Are we the kind of people who can confess truthfully and forgive unconditionally? The Acholi I come from, our traditions embody the principles and practices which are central and support reconciliation. So as we go to bury our brother, to all those who are misrepresenting Noob, to those making Noob their scapegoats, we as Noob leaders, we have never been part of, let me call it comedy, that is surrounding the sickness and the death of our speaker. Let the death of Olanya unite us and not divide us as Acholi, as a country. There are very many issues surrounding his death. The issues of healthcare. I come from Gulu. In Lacho Hospital, which is the major facility there, and even in the regional hospital of Gulu Hospital, we are still struggling with the CT scan. As the spokesperson Joel Senyoni noted here, let us use the death of Olanya to address the issues of healthcare in this country. It could happen to anyone, and they would need specialized services in this country. Look at the sorry state of Mulago. It is not different from what is happening in Gulu. So let us use this death in his memory, in his legacy, to make sure that we revamp the infrastructure of healthcare and provide the much needed healthcare to all the citizens of Uganda. We are here not because we do not like the other side, that is the supporters of the government. We are here because we believe that in Uganda we need to have a government that is equitable, a government that promotes equity, a government that is less corrupt, a government that can deliver social services. Should you target us because of standing with the majority of Ugandans, as we all know what happened in the election, who stood with the right side of history, trying to change this country, we shall not accept Noob to be used for cheap politics. So my friends, from here, we are going to Muyenga, and we are going to escort the body of our brother Olanya up to Omoro, and after we lay him to rest in peace. In Acholi, it is our tradition and our culture, and the leaders will come out. There is a way we handle death if we do not know the circumstances in which someone has died. We shall leave that to our leaders and our elders of Acholi. But we would like to refrain those leaders who are misusing National Unity Platform to stop unwarranted attack on National Unity Platform. Our leaders have not been involved in anything. We stand together with the family of Lanya, and we are going to be no more. Iatika Chue, let me speak in Acholi. I'll invite my brother here to translate briefly what I've said and to elaborate more in the mother tongue.
People power, people power. Luani honorable Charmach. Pero tia chen ke kan ni long ma bi long ni ka no ba ku ni no wi ñu le ba chuli bo no dog ma yang dog ma chu ni chue tian lo ke ni ka ngat mo ma tie ki no kan ki ru kan ñu ma ulu lo mo wi ñu ma nok nok ci kwang twal ki la wuri ma o ka ni ra ya chulu original be du ci lo ma bi wi ma ya ki poro ni en lo ma dung no ya ki poro chuli en lo be wek le mo chuli kan pa la kan ni kira ye lu wa chuli kira ke lo ka chuli a chuli wi ni lo ki la bi mo ke kan mo cha pie e politique ba li ba chele mi ko ngel ki piera por bi tie be ti a chuli mo ma wi ñu toge a chuli ma do ki wi ñu toge en ne ru go en be wek le mo kan wi no katika man wulu kampala wula chuli ma ti wa ka chuli ma tenyu ki gang lo tika man pe wek to pulanya ku dug me ti mo bia chara gangi pe wek to pulanya dug me kilo propa gangi bien ya chuli ka che ini no to pala wuri u dug me bia chara chi mi re ni kai cha ma ti bu na u biru ka limi pe ring no tela maduong man ka ti America ka puelu ka mente we kini kam ti na kiboti ni Achuli wi to ki mata ko berita ku charti ka pang widani wa matal nazo unity platform ye wo per ka jem wa anga woji no yinde ala wa ti kuno ka wul ka mele be wa ki pulu ni a wa to wa cher ku yo wa bi ke otano nazo unity platform pe wo cher ka yi anga mu puli dano ka uto pe ki cher ki yi mu pe ti lo no umia ni wuni wunu me wa do romo umia Achuli do romo ero peti Achuli mo mabi ya wa ni do dani wunu ti ne wa ko be nga ma penge ngaru ne la ni kibu Achuli mo ti wa nga ma penge ngaru ne la ni Achuli mo ti wa nga ma penge ngaru ne lu kai Achuli mo ti wa nga ma penge ngaru ne chwar walta pingo pe ya ma ni chak dong we pi Uganda lu ku lo Achuli town state na ma tie Joro kero ki kumberu pile ngom. Umiro wa dok kwele. Jaga kule wa chao ni wa ileng style wa. Wa no wa yui chubi ko ko manga.
Sabula tukende.
La polo ki ti kin to ma wuru ne ki chu ta mi chu no yo. Cha we no tiga tingu chen na wo ke down me down tu mo. Kero pe cha mo ken wa ma cha lu tiang bulu ken. Ero ka ru pa ni mo ko wa. Wo no ke ke ma ti ka ma. Wa pa ni wi wu. Wa pa ni wi wu. So, yematia yema kumbir mi anya wuni. Achuli ma kumbir ma ne ro tal ki dir ma ko ki parliament wen ti ki pe. Achuli ma wakilu ki ma ki otwala ki an ki ku rero pi an ki ngewni. Yana achuli ma kwiri. Ana kumbir wuna ro. Gelo lo ene kumbi. Ana pe obi ye. Me no tu ke waya. Ana we wa ye me per position ne. Per position ne to marie. To ma ki lo lo ga Uganda ke lo ga da big miri. Uganda ka yene kwiri mi ki neju. Ana we na ta to kumbir. No miro wa team style mo to bula ene wa ma talo pi Achuli chilu ki wa ni wa twin pin emo wa ta wo do pe wa lweni ku ngari mo pe wa do ngari mo emo bi yiwo nyeri style mo makari yira nga bi ni bu ni ma Achuli me kwa kija do miro wuru nyang ma pe ni na diru na yo chwalo kang wa bi yiri style ma Achuli yiwo kitano kwere we wun ga ma do no tek ful Tiara ti poru, kor mo ti poru, kor ngo ti poru ni, un pe bu tiaro. Eno mir be woji kila tie. Dalu jalu lanya ki ma pu palo ki mo. Chamu kene ko ini ne ko piani meru le ka mo. O mir ngeri ti ne bilupi. O be lanya wa ro tiaro ki. Iri tie ke bu bene ti ka ngeri un ti ka nyer. Do tiaro jan ru be do ki mer ku tia kwere. An jara to ka wulu ka pala ka churi ma wa o ngeri chunya pe yom. To ati kinu tiara churi ma chwindi chwe adida. Adia ko na pia churi maka ni mo yo mo yape nem tara ti kin dam no mir ki ken nye na ma chen me na churi
o musajja yo gedde nsonga
o wekto en do pe me kiki pe wo win wo da churi mo to eno mo le be mo ti o me kiki ni wa yele me na dugi ko wo ru ma la ma kai tawni
ola nyati ye kwene
mo ma yele ti ga ti kwere ni bi ko ni pitar ma la Itaone ke tiga ti ki wiu pego mo pego bi kunyi me toro wir yiri ngeni ta ke wiu pego kere cha me to po kwa chi wiu pego ro go kini ni me lo Uganda ti a lo ma fi twi ta no le lo twi na churi no mi lo pe wan cha ba bor ya no piem wa ya ki ko bir mo tare wa chi joli mu ki ngo ni kan kuno style ke no joli mu kere mu do nero ala po
sabula baba sabula.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ochora. I'm going to translate in just 30 seconds whatever he has said. He has said that as Achuli, they did everything possible. Those ones who are talking nonsense about the so-called Acholi leaders and masquerading, the real Acholi leaders are here. Most of them were contestants for Member of Parliament. They decided to defeat them by using any means that you know that they use around the country here to make sure that these are the real leaders of Acholi. Don't go to Parliament so that you don't hear the truth like the one he has been saying about the situation in northern Uganda. And he says that those who are using the death of the Olanya to get political capital, to get positions, to get political fame, and to build a gorofa, that we are going to bury Olanya in the traditional way, and then we are going to use our traditional methods. Traditionally, the spirit is going to visit you and you're going to answer. So you better desist from associating Noop in your political games, in your businesses. You're looking for a gorofa. Remove the name of Noop from your confusion. He says from here we are all going to escort the body of Olanya. up to tomorrow as Acholi leaders, and we are going to give it a befitting send-off. Thank you very much. God bless you. One Uganda. People power. Our power. We are, of course, all of us Ugandans, and we are a people. We are all Ugandans, and we are what? We are a people. So we are a people.
The people for the people,
and we are people power, our power.
People power.
I want to thank you very much. I want to thank you very much for that electrifying submission. I am looking forward to those who have been speaking broken Acholi to listen to the real Acholi that has been on this podium. And I thank you very much for fully representing. I heard you speak the native. I was following only the rhyme and the figure to know that you are telling them we know what you are doing. And I want to thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, for the interest of time, as you realize we are running out of time, let me invite our Secretary General to come and address us. And also request him to invite the Deputy President in the same respect to come and address us. Thank you. People power, our power, NUP, everywhere. Now that our brothers and sisters from West Nile and Lango have not had a chance to speak, I'll have one group come and speak with me, and then the other group will come accompany the Deputy President. So, the Lango, Adonio Michael and your team, please come over. These guys have given an electrifying speech. I wish that man, Ochola, had repeated what he said in English, because people were clapping and happy. I did not know what they were, excited about. But Mama was translating some things for me, and so it is powerful. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, the press, for coming to be here today as we address the nation, especially about the situation in Karamoja, and of course, the situation about the death of the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Jacob Lokori Olanya. We had not had chance as a national platform to address the nation about it, although you've seen us take part in different activities, including signing the condolence book at Parliament, and many other things that we've done. We continue to mourn together with the nation for the passing of the Speaker, but most importantly, to say that the best thing we can do, we can learn out of this, is to improve the healthcare system in this country. This does not concern only a national unity platform, it does not concern any particular political party, but all Ugandans. Each one of us today may need to go abroad for treatment, but we're asking ourselves, why is it that these services are not here? Because as you all know, there are very, very few Ugandans who can afford to, fund themselves for treatment abroad. There are very, very few. And this is to you, the journalists, the lawyers, the doctors, everyone in this country. Some people say politics should be left to the politicians. Some people say, politics is a dirty game, and all that kind of thing that the regime has tried to bastardize these particular issues that we talk about. But all of us know that if you got an accident in Gulu and you required oxygen or something like that, you might have to come up to Kampala to get some of these services. Many times we get people, when we had the height of COVID-19, had many people who needed ICU beds and they couldn't find them in their regions, and they had to bring them to Kampala, and by the time they got to Kampala, some were already dead. So it is important that from the Speaker's death, one of the most important things that we should learn, instead of blame games and all that, is how can we invest in healthcare in this country? How can we invest in education, in healthcare and other social services? And our president has written something which has come out in different papers, but is in today's monitor. I encourage all of you to look at it. But he's pointing out the issue of the healthcare system in this country, and some of the critical challenges
that we have. You can imagine at a time when the regime is talking of spending 2.5 billion shillings for a burial, at the same time they are laying down healthcare workers because they are saying there's no money. And so you wonder what kind of country we live in. So it is extremely important that the people of Uganda demand for better. The Right Honorable Jacob Olanya, Mutebile, Katega and others should be the last prominent people to die abroad because we can afford these things. The money which the regime spends on the military, on patronage, Mama Lina, if today decided to cross, she will be given, last time they were offering you billions, you remember? They would spend billions on her in order for her, or even me or any other person, to leave NUP and join them, than spend that money on healthcare, on education, on infrastructure, and other social services. It was even shameful that they said, we are going to pass this money, and then before long we saw them saying they want to borrow it. They wanted to borrow it. So you can imagine what kind of country we live in. So that is the first thing we want to talk about. But the second one, our brothers and sisters from Karamoja who are going through a lot of challenges, and we are glad that our leaders from Karamoja are here. And like they said, you know, we thank the media houses which have tried to highlight the plight of the people of Karamoja. And as a national unity platform, this is something that we're taking very seriously. And I want to use this opportunity to say that those of you who have, you know, clothes, whatever you have to donate to the people of Karamoja, please bring them here, and we are going to do a visit and go and deliver them. But also, those who want to support them in all other ways, financial and otherwise, our teams will be there helping out our brothers and sisters in Karamoja, because what affects Karamojong is actually affecting the people of Uganda, the people of Ankole, the people of Adjumani, everywhere in West Nile, you know, everywhere in this country. So we should not look at it as a problem. We should look at it as our problem, all of us as Ugandans. So I want to stand in solidarity with the people of Karamoja and to really say that we shall continue to stand with them until they also have their rights and freedoms. Briefly, I'll put these words in Luganda, and then I'll invite the Deputy President to speak to us. Hello, tubaise, banamawulire, okwogera ku nsonga bbiri. Ensonga ezo, there are other things that we would have loved to talk about, especially our mobilization activities and all that, but today we decided to focus on this. Twagadde kwogera ku nsonga bbiri. Ekisooka batera nnyo okugamba nti NUP ya Buganda, NUP eri tribalistic, NUP biki. Naye leero abakulembeze baffe abamu bano tebawera na 1% y'abakulembeze baffe abali mu mambuka ga Uganda eyo. Leero tulina abantu bano abavudde Karamoja. Abakaramoja, please stand up again for recognition, especially those who are dressed in that attire. Bano bavudde Karamoja, abavudde Acholi, please stand up for recognition. Bano bavudde Acholi, as you can see. Tulina abavudde mu West Nile, from Arua, from Madiokoro, from Nebi, Adjumani, Moyo, all those. Thank you very much. Then we are here with our brothers and sisters from Lango sub-region. Kakati, abogala ebigambo ebyo baba si batuufu, era nga bwe mulaba tulina footprints zaffe eza National Unity Platform buli kitundu ky'eggwanga lino. Era bano be bakulembeze baffe abamu, just like 1% of our leadership there. Naye tuli basanyufu nnyo nti bazze naddala okwogera ku nsonga bbiri. Esooka y'ey'okufa kwa eyabadde Speaker wa Parliament, Right Honorable Jacob Olanya, nti abamu bagezezaako nnyo okukozesa okufa okwo oba ekizibu ekyo okufunamu ebyabwe. Era muwulira n'okuwulira abagavumenti abagezaako oku-inflatinga oba okugamba nti kati mutuweeyo billions 2.5 tuziike ono omuntu. Ne weebuuza bano abantu, bo bantu ki abalaba ddiiru mu buli mbeera? Muno okufa abalaba mu ddiiru abagezaako okukola kaddiiru kaabwe awo. Naye era n'okwefasayizinga nti ekisingira ddala kye twali badde tujjamu mu nsonga eno kwe kutereeza ebyobujjanjabi mu Uganda nti omukulu oyo bamutwala ebweru ng'ali bubi nnyo ng'ali mu stage bwe batyo batugamba naye ne bamutwala eyo ebyatuuka mwena mubimanyi naye njagala weebuuze gwe ng'omuntu bannayuganda bameka abasobola okwafoodinga okutwalibwa ebweru w'eggwanga okujjanjabibwa so kino si kya byabufuzi waliwo ababeerayo ne bagamba nti abo bali mu politics naye njagala ogenda otunuulira ebajeti ya eggwanga olabe sente meka ze tuteeka mu magye sente meka Museveni zaspeninga ku patronage ti leero bwe nsalawo nti kati nvuddemu NUP ngenze mu NRM basobola okumpayo akawumbi awo akamangu tomanyi wagikava Deputy President wa Fono bw'asalawo nti kati mbeegaseeko bayinza okukyera obuwumbi 5 babumukube mu maaso ogambe bano abantu abagamba nti sente teziriiwo ezo ze bakozesa okugulira abantu bazikyawa n'ebirala bwe bityo era abakulembeze baffe ab'enjawulo mubadde mubalaba bavaayo ne bagamba kati katugende tulumbe bakansala ba NUP ab'ewakiso tubatemereyo kasente era ne mu kansolo zonna bali mugezaako batuukirira bamemba baffe aba palamenti n'abalala baba bagezaako batuukirira okulaba nga babagulirira naye ne bavaayo ne bagamba nti tebalina sente za kukola ku byobujjanjabi n'ebirala so n'olwekyo mu kufa kwa omukulu sipiika tulina ekisingira ddala kye tulina okujjamu okulaba nti tutereeza ebyobujjanjabi mu Uganda yasayininga kye bayita Maputo Protocol egamba nti 15% eya bajeti y'eggwanga yali badde egenda ku byobujjanjabi ate ekyo ndowooza kisobola okukikola okumakinga sure nti oli bw'alwala oba afunye kansa oba afunye obuzibu bwonna obulala asobola okujjanjabibwa oba ali mu ggulu tulabe nti waliwo eddwaliro erisobola embeera ye oba ali mu West Nile oba ali mu Kigezi oba ali wonna wali mu ggwanga lino okumakinga sure nti tulina obujjanjabi kyanaku nnyo ti abantu baffe babeereeyo nga beetaaga oxygen omuntu ne bamutwala okuva Omoro nga balina omuleeta wano e Kampala kyanaku nnyo era mwabiraba mu biseera bya COVID ng'abantu abamu balina obavuga okuva ggulu okubaleeta eno bwe twali mu campaign trail comrade waffe Kasiri Ashraf yafuna ekizibu ne bamukuba esasi ku mutwe tear gas canister oba yali tear gas canister oba kyali whatever projectile it was tetwamanya kye bamukuba kyennyini naye bwe bamala okimukuba mujjukira bulungi ng'agenda ku ddwaliro ery'e Masaka ne balaba embeera ne bagamba ono tetumusobola namukwatako nga balina omusindika okuva e Masaka nga tiriko omusaayi okutuuka wano e Kampala kati Katonda ye yakola ebibye n'amakinga sure nti teyafa ng'ali mu kkubo so kyanaku nnyo ekyo tuyinza okuyigamu okusingira ddala kwe kulaba nga tuimprovinga ebyobujjanjabi ekisemberayo ddala y'ensonga gye tubadde twagala kwogerako y'abanaffe abava mu Karamoja nti abantu abo nabo bannayuganda era ffenna tukimanyi nti bannayuganda beetaaga okuweebwa respect eyo abantu baffe abakaramoja bafa buli lunaku gavumenti bategezaako nnyo okumakinga sure nti ebintu ebyo tebivaayo nti abantu tebabimanya nabimanya bigenda mu maaso naye ffe nga ba NUP tusazeewo nti tulabise embeera eyo era nsanyuse nnyo abavudde Karamoja okulaba nga beebaziza pulezidenti waffe okuvaayo n'ayogera ku nsonga yaabwe ne gavumenti ne regime ne respondinga oba oli awo singa pulezidenti waffe teyawandiika ku nsonga ezo ne kati baali badde bagezaako nnyo okulaba nti abantu tebabimanya naye mulabye ekibaddeyo gyo abimu nga beekalakasa amagye ne poliisi ne bayiika okukwata ababadde beekalakasa naye kati n'obuuza bano bavuddewa ate nga abantu be batta n'ebirala bo tebafiibwako mu mbeera bwetyo ate nga bwe bagambye waliyo ensonga z'amataka land grabbing ng'ali waggulu nnyo n'ebirala bye baze nga bogerako ente zaabo zibba n'ebirala ate abamu abatwala ettaka nga bali connected n'abanene mu gavumenti bwatyo bwe baze nga batugamba n'olwekyo bannayuganda ffenna tulina okulaba nti twebeereramu twongere okubanja ebintu ebyenjawulo okwogera ku bintu ebiruma bannayuganda nga ebbeeyi y'ebintu eyekanamye ebbeeyi y'amafuta n'ebyo ebirala ebisuza abannayuganda nga tebeebase So with those words, allow me to invite our Deputy President for Northern Region. We didn't hear any Langi on this platform. So maybe Comrade Dan, you're going to invite her in Langi.
Apoyo to 12. Secretary General, me part me NUP, me yakarani, me luongo allo President, me National Unity Platform, ame da bedo President, ame luak me Uganda na yo yero. Mama, Vice President, bini lo karachel ke luak me Uganda, mi ginge ngo ateti mere. Apoyo.
Apoyo Matek. Thank you so much. May I have the people from West Nile that covers Madi, Ajumani, Moyo, Yumbe, Koboko, Obongi, Madi Okolo, Alur Belt, the Lubara Belt, Zombo. Are we all here? Amate waro diadi. Oritia. Apoyo Matek. The Secretary General here present, all the leaders from the great Northern region, and in absentia the de facto and de jure President of the Republic of Uganda, the Karamoja elders, on November 10th, 2020, while in Panyangara, Kotido district, named him Loringeteba. Loringeteba means the big bull in the crowd. That is his Karamoja name. And the Lubara group named him Obini. Yes, Obini. And so we want to celebrate this great man, this great bull in the kraal of Uganda, which we know he is going to deliver for us. I would like to, in the interest of time, start with a quote from the Bible, very, very brief. And that is the Gospel according to St. Mark chapter 11, verse 24 to 25. It's very relevant, having listened to the call from all these gallant leaders. It says, for this reason, I tell you, when you pray and ask for something, believe that you have received it. You will be given whatever you ask for. And when you stand and pray, forgive anything you may have against anyone, so that your Father in heaven will forgive the wrongs you have done. We forgive whatever confessions somebody who has now departed stated in his campaign, in view of the violations, the violence against us, attack on our offices, attack on these people, attack on us. Somebody accepted that he did it and wanted to be rewarded. So the gospel compels us to forgive, and we have entirely forgiven whoever meted violations and violence against us. And I start by acknowledging our candidate. Yes, he was the most arrested candidate and ended up his campaign barefoot. Your name?
Angunda Michael. I stood for the position of Chairman LC5 Arua District. Only candidate on this ticket.
Congratulations. And one whom we have struggled so much and released. I would like him to tell you his name.
My name is called Utele Walter, the coordinator from Yumbe District. I stayed 1 year in jail. I was actually arrested when I was walking to meet a group, but the first case was inciting violence, but I was surprised in G1 that my case was amended to aggravated robbery where I was taken for gun biometrics in so many places in Uganda. I came out on 22nd of October 2021.
So when I've been standing here telling you the brutalities that have been meted, and I would like also to recognize Lagu, with whom we buried people who were tied to the stone and thrown in the river Nile. He is here present.
Yeah, my name is Lagu Patrick, coordinator Madi Belt. We really suffered a lot. That people were being tied on stone and thrown in water. Yeah. After throwing on water, we picked the dead body, we buried. There are others who have been shot.
Why were they thrown into the river?
Because they were our agents, polling agents, and people wanted the declaration form, and they arrested them with the declaration form militarily, and they picked the declaration form away. They dumped them in the water. Others up now they're still in prison. That he entered in someone's house, he stole money, but the truth is he was picking the declaration forms. And so I called people, we should come together and support this one who's still in prison. It's called Onyemba Godfrey from Ajuman.
Yes, corroboration. You know, I would stand here and speak. Many of you would doubt. The body language was, here Mama really wants some mileage. At least today, the prayers have been answered. Thank you so much, SG, for giving us this platform. One, to demystify the fact that somebody has been saying there are no coordinators. There's no NUP in northern Uganda. No, in northern Uganda, with evidence, with the passion. Arrests and people tied to stones and thrown in the river Nile. Anyway, we have just read from the Bible. I want to thank all of you. And in the interest of time, we hear the cry from Karamoja. Nabelatuk is bleeding. Harenga is bleeding. Kotido is bleeding. Napak is bleeding. There is blood all over. This time it is not Alex or any of the NUP members from here alleging. This is with evidence and statistics. We hear you loud and clear. I want to thank each one of you, and I have so many of you were our flag bearers who were brutalized. Can I have the woman candidate stand up, please? Yes, she was sure to win. But the brutality went up to, it was targeting her mother. I thank you so much. I thank you. Yes. And then we're in solidarity with the Acholi team, where we are hosted, Chairman. You have still kept, it's the only sub-regional office which has survived in Gulu, but of course we are going to open the others. Of course, I recognize you. And we also have a substantive deputy spokesperson in northern Uganda. That is our flag bearer, Honorable Caesar Lubangakene. They are telling me immediately we leave from here. After the burial, we are holding our own press conference. We do not want the headquarters to be battered with our issues at the regional level. So I have a directive, and I have taken note of that. We will be hosting our own press conference to address a number of things in our office there. We are battling with a number of things, but we are standing up to it because we have seen our base. We have today brought to you in evidence, to the world in evidence, the presence of our leadership in northern Uganda, who have borne the brunt of brutality, who have borne the brunt of militarization, who have borne the brunt of wanting to buy them off. I want to congratulate all of you, and I want to thank each one of you for that resilience. In terms specifically of West Nile, we are a very resilient community. I come from there, although I'm now for northern Uganda. And I also know that we have an office which will soon be in place. It was a commitment and a donation from somebody in terms of making sure that NUP is visible. We are working on the visibility. We are going to participate in the upcoming women and other elections. So, what is the meaning of all this in the interest of time? It's about solidarity. It's about being true to that thirst for change, that thirst for respect for human rights, that thirst for democracy, that thirst that enough is enough. Enough is enough. Not, I have always said we have never voted M7. We have always, it has been rigged. All the time. But we are standing up to the fact that we are all up to reclaim our stolen victory. We are. And so we want to say, together we had our issues. When we were in labor, political labor, we may have used bad language, whether for headquarters or amongst each other. Today is the day we are saying, let's forgive. Let's forgive. We forgive you. Forgive me. Now that time in the political labor world, I was brutal. So I want you to forgive. Each one of you, please forgive me. Because I wanted us to deliver at all costs. And indeed, we actually delivered, except it was robbed. So I want to congratulate all of you because you won. Many of you, it was the personal level, Caesar, all the candidates here, our flag bearers. Many of you had to run out of the country, and I want to thank each person who supported in one way or the other, the media among others. So, the northern Uganda, today is a great day for us. Today is a day we have felt we are anchored and connected with the headquarters. You have made me very, very proud. Very, very proud. Headquarters, all we're asking is trust, even within our nothingness. Voice, inclusion. We are very proud to belong to this family. And we will be going together in trust, okay? So we take note of the fact that the communities have totally lost trust in this government, and we would like to ensure that we build on that. We are transformational. We are not transactional. You can see the people who are in transactional businesses, how they are continuing to press the panic buttons. So, on behalf of the team, Northern Uganda, we commit our continued unwavered support and contributions. Thank you so much, and we expect the next engagement will be in any of the sub-regions of Northern Uganda. Apoyo mate, awadifo, alakara noi.
Awadifo, lubara, tisimayori, orichea. Babe me tiri kanipale, te ma bileyo, anjonjo, ambambayo. They report the election is Ali Virginia Lopere Kaliasia Aru district yadi. President Chagulani Akara Esu vote Ali Waziri Toroazia Kaliasia Diazia. And somebody who has stayed in the power for Agu was in it say Muvui Ebiadi or Pirmaria Cheli Kalisu Esu voti elf kalidi na ba yedin anambare agu azini eri aromaria isu ali foromi turo ziri kaliaja dinazia erengere lesi iri masuru lopara ba West Nile ori amadika ko sabuni balo ni shilingi 1000 to shilingi 1000 mudri ai shilingi 1000 mali ripoti election brief secretary general midri our reform people power our power. How I wish I could talk for one whole day. Thank you. God bless all of you.
Mr. Chairman, we shall organize for you a day when you will come and speak about soap, because I have heard, soap is at 8,000 in West Nile, and those are very important issues that should be spoken about by our legislative arm. I want to thank the press. Give you 2 questions or 3 very quickly, if there is. Thank you very much. Now that there's no question, thank you very much. I want to thank all the members from Northern Region, West Nile, all of you, the councillor. Thank you very much. When the struggle, thank you very much, Timina. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. In the new Uganda, people power, our power. Asante sana.
Mwebali bana adwa tugobera ku TK Media Uganda, timu cha Blind TV ne TK Online Media. Nsaba kubaddukiriza kutuhako ku YouTube channel zaffe mu subscribe ngeko. Tuwa ku YouTube tawako TK Media Uganda, otu subscription oba atako timu cha Blind TV.